It's that time of year when you open up your lovely little advent calendar and go, what the fuck is that picture?
I thought you were going to go, it's Christmas.
No, I'm not going to ruin that for people because you know what? I can't do it justice.
No. Only he can.
Exactly. Only he can. But anyway, welcome to our Advent bonus episodes. For the next 25 days, you're going to get these short 5-6 minute episodes where we pick something out of the hat and decide whether we keep it or we bin it. And it is the Christmas edition of this. So everything in the hat is Christmas related in some way.
It's like Christmas 101. Room 101.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Thank you to the wife for helping me choose some of these. I got to like 10 and went, shit, I'm out of ideas.
Is that her hat?
No, it's my hat.
Okay.
It's my Tank Commander hat.
Yeah.
It's really snug
I've got
and
one
rock.
like
It's
just like
so
it.
nice.
I've got one just like it.
So yeah, that's it. Next 25 days, every day, you're going to get a short episode of us saying bin it or keep it on something that Rob has pulled out of my furry hat.
Oh, wicked.
So you can choose the first one.
Rummage. I've got one.
Okay, unfurl it and tell us what it is.
Mince pies.
Mince pies, do you keep it or do you bin it?
I love mince pies.
I fucking hate them. That's the end of the episode. Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
Stop.
And end. Yeah, I didn't used to like them. This has been, over the last few years, I've liked them. Yeah, I really like mince pies.
I honestly couldn't tell you the last time I tried mince from mince pies.
I think
Probably junior school or infant school.
what it was, I was at a client's house and they went to Fortnum
and Mason's.
Yes, yeah, and they warmed them up. And I was
Must
like,
be
do you want
nice.
mince pies? I was like, I was starving. I was like, yeah, whatever. I'll have mince pie. And it was amazing.
Gluttony got you on board with mince pies.
From then, I've been like, obviously they're really good mince pies.
They probably cost like £10 per mince
yeah,
pie.
probably did cost the client that. And yeah, I've liked them ever since, really.
So you would keep mince pies
Of course
then?
I'd keep mince pies. You can't take mince pies away from Christmas.
You can. Look at the Christmas pudding as well then, or
Oh, I don't like
Christmas
pudding,
cake.
though. I don't
No
like
one
Christmas.
actually eats them. I'm sure they're just ornamental at this point. They should just roll out like a foam Christmas pudding or a foam Christmas cake that you can put on a tray. It looks really nice in the kitchen. No one's going to ever ask for a slice of it. And then you put it away for the
They're
next
just going
year.
to set it on fire. It's made of polystyrene.
First year Asda rolls it out. The second year they make it out of something that isn't fire.
Yeah. So as is day one, we disagree.
Well, it doesn't matter about disagreeing. That's not the point. It's just, for me, I don't like mince pies. I'm going to hold my hands up and say maybe in the next Christmas episode or the festive episode, you should make me try one because I haven't tried one. As I said, it's probably since infant school, if not before.
I think
I haven't tried. It may be that I've never actually tried a mince pie.
warmed up with custard, they're great.
Now, custard, let's not ruin or sully custard. Custard is a good thing on its own.
Yeah, well, all the more reason to warm up a mince pie and cake it in custard.
Cake it in custard. You heard it here first. Rob likes caking things in custard.
Oh, yeah.
You filthy boy.
Happy Christmas.
Oh. Yeah, no, so for me, it is until someone changes my mind on it, mince pies are a no. But for you, they're a keep.
They're a keep, yeah.
Ah, well, there you go. Okay, disagreement number one. And watch how many of these episodes actually get released. And we'll get to like day 12. We're not fucking doing it anymore.
Yeah, it's like that music one we did. It's like, fuck's sake, it's another music.
Why are we doing this?
There was 30 fucking days. I can't
Jesus.
take this anymore.
Oh, well, join us for tomorrow for the next Christmas Bin It or Keep It. We'll come up with a better name.
No,
We won't come up with a better name. It's
Come up
going
with
to
a
be
fucking better
Christmas
name.
Bin It or Keep It.
And welcome to day 2 of the Untitled Christmas Show. With me, Rob, and you, Tom.
Yes, well, at least I'm not Rob. And at least you're not doing And welcome to the Untitled Christmas Show.
But now you've done it.
I know I've done it, and I'm feeling a right twat for doing it. Oh, right, day 2. Are we actually just going to keep with Bin It or Keep It Christmas edition? Or actually, I can't even remember what we've already called it.
It was only yesterday, TJ. Right, let me put my hand in furry hole.
Christmas Bin It or Keep It. Oh, yeah, we
In your hairy hole. That's the tag of the hat. Right, I've got it.
Why have I got a tag in my furry hole? Okay, day 2. What are we?
Christmas in October, day 2.
We've got to agree on it. This has got to be an agreement one, surely. I cannot stand the early rollout of Christmas. It's just got disgustingly early.
Well, they took. We said about this in the main episode. They took in the range. They took the Halloween decorations down
Before Halloween
and put the Christmas ones up.
Yeah,
that's ridiculous.
It's a joke, isn't it? There is no way Christmas should be out in October.
It's like Easter eggs in January.
And it never used to be that way. People are saying, oh, it's been like that forever. No, it hasn't. I worked in Woolworths. I can tell you, we swapped things round at sensible times. Woolies would start doing Christmas mid-November.
And that's why Woolies went out of business.
Probably. But even down to the point that we would work Christmas Eve, we would close, and then the staff stayed till something like midnight setting up for the Boxing Day sales.
Yeah.
It wasn't on sale 2 weeks before Christmas, meaning if you'd been shopping early, you got fucked over. I hate that, by the way.
Yeah.
It was done on the day, and then Boxing Day sales don't exist anymore. Is it? It's now New Year's sales, or is it the other way round?
They start sales on Christmas Day on some online websites, don't they?
Yeah, no, but I mean actually being able to go into the shops.
Oh,
more. It's so. It used to be when growing up, we used to go to the Harlequin for New Year's sales.
Yeah.
Because Boxing Day everywhere was closed, and now everywhere's open on Boxing Day, but New Year's is now closed.
Yeah.
But what's the bet this year? Both days are probably going to be open. But ultimately, going back to the thing in hand, why start it so early? It removes the magic.
It takes the magic away, but it's just consumerism. That is the answer.
Well, it is, and they always claim it's to do with stock. Oh, all the stock comes in super early, and it means we can't get the next lot of stock in, so we've got to put it out early because otherwise we've got no place to put anything.
That sounds like a them problem, not a me problem.
Quite right. It's a damn right. It's a them problem. And honestly, it does take away the magic. It's seeing it in October, you immediately start dreading. I love Christmas, but as soon as I start seeing it in October, it's just like, well, by November, the magic is starting to go. I don't think, oh, look at those pretty lights. I look at those decorations and things. Because I've already seen them so bloody much at this point. It's like, well, this is shit.
Yeah.
And when the music starts in bloody store at the beginning of November, you walk in November 1st and you've got bloody Mariah Carey singing away or Christmas music playing.
Yeah.
Christmas in October, it's the biggest bugbear for me.
Yeah, I mean, my birthday is in October. And
you're a Christmas baby then?
Yeah, Christmas baby.
Well, there you go. Apparently, by the superstores, you're a Christmas baby.
According to the range,
mate.
I'm a Christmas baby. Yeah, it just but I quite like my birthday being near Halloween. We always used to do Halloween parties. Do you remember at my fancy dress parties? And it was kind of like a mix between a Halloween party and my birthday, and I really liked that. And having Christmas stuff that at that time is taking away my Halloween birthday.
You haven't even had bonfire night.
Yeah,
and that's just all.
We haven't even celebrated the near explosion of the Houses of Parliament.
Damn right, exactly. Oh dear.
Anyway, we're binning this.
Yeah, absolutely. Bin, Christmas in October. It's day 3 of the Channel 84 Variety Show Advent Special.
Yes, that's a great name.
Otherwise known as Christmas Bin It or Keep It, because we will not be able to find 25 of these names to do.
Ask me tomorrow, I've already got one.
Rob, reach inside my furry ring.
We're going to have a different name for your hat every episode too at this rate.
What have you pulled out?
Christmas cards.
Ooh, now that's a difficult one.
That's a tough one.
I like receiving Christmas cards, but I can't be asked in sending them.
Oh, yeah. When you see the big list of people you're supposed to send a card to, and you just think, I've got like 40 people here I'm supposed to be sending Christmas cards to, and I just don't. And then on Christmas Day, you're like, I didn't get very many cards this year.
Exactly. It's just like, oh, no one sends me Christmas cards. And then in the back of your head, the little voice is saying, that's because you didn't send any.
Dad, let me tell you what. So what I kind of started doing, we were very religious with it around like the start of kind of sending things together.
Yeah.
All those heady many years ago.
Oh.
If I didn't receive one, I know it's not all about the receiving, but if you didn't send me one for 2 or 3 years in a row, I stopped sending you
Yeah.
one.
No.
And that's kind of what I went with.
And it kind of then you realise, but then what happens if they start sending them and they think, well, they haven't sent me one? It's a catch-22, isn't it?
Yeah. I always send them to family members. Family members will get them without fail because that's just what we do. But I would bin Christmas cards, I think, because they're a bit of a pain in the arse.
So let's make it a little bit more difficult. Remembering or going backwards in time. Spotty little Robbies, 13, 14 years old. Secondary school. No, let's take you back to junior school. Mm-hmm. Christmas cards then.
Oh, they were wicked.
Having the classroom or the school post box, and then either a teacher or one of the year sixes going around going, Christmas card deliveries, and everyone would post their cards into the single post box, and then they'd be delivered to you.
And then you don't get one.
Well, it's really heartbreaking when that happens.
Yeah.
Then you get the kids that send cards to themselves.
Yeah, or like Valentine's when you don't get one.
Yes, exactly. I choose
Excuse
you.
me, I'm just rocking in the corner. The terrible memories.
Yeah. I wish I hadn't taken us back to that space.
Yeah, so all
time.
you've done is just add loads of anxiety.
I've just added trauma. Yeah. I don't know. I like the Christmas cards. I like getting them. As I said, I don't like sending them. And I think I probably don't like sending them more than I like receiving them. So I think I would probably bin them. But then again, I like the humour cards. I like the fun charity cards you get. I don't like the really religious or the artsy-fartsy cards.
I like a card with a robin on it.
Yeah.
That's what I like.
Festive.
Yeah.
It absolutely hits the nail on the head for being Christmas. Whether it's a robin, a Christmas tree, some decorations, you know it's a Christmas card and it feels like Christmas.
I think I dislike them more now because of how much they cost.
Yeah.
They're very expensive cards now. And also, they're really hard to get good ones. Like, if you want to get a decent one for your mum, you've got a choice. You want to get one for your dad, you have less choice.
Oh my God, don't even get me into that one. It's like the whole, you want to go to a supermarket and buy clothes. As a woman, you have 2/3 of the clothing section. As a man, you have not even 1/5 of the section because the kids get the rest of the area.
I just like to say, as two parents to young boys, stock boys' clothes for crying out loud. This has got nothing to do with Christmas cards. This is going to be another episode.
Yeah, we'll talk about that another time. But okay, binning it or keeping it? Are you sure you're going to bin it?
I think I would bin it. Overall, I think I just find it a little bit frustrating nowadays.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm going to go with you. I'm going to bin it too. I love receiving them, but I can't be asked to write them out and send them.
Yeah.
And the cost of postage.
Yeah.
And finding that horrible webpage. Last time you can send mail.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit, I missed it. Oh, well, that can go in the drawer to next year.
Yeah. And welcome to day 4 of the Christmas special Take It or Leave It.
There you go, Rob. Stick your hand inside my tribble.
Oh. All right, mate.
He's not a Klingon, don't worry.
Oh. Mariah Carey, All I Want for Christmas.
Oh, right, kill it.
I barely finished saying it.
Kill it with fire.
Kill it with fire.
It gets abused too much. I've heard it too much. It's a great song. It's played ad nauseum too much.
Yeah, it's been killed. I don't particularly like the song, and apparently she's a bit of a twat. So that doesn't really help either.
That I hadn't heard.
Yeah.
I just so sick of hearing it and not hearing good songs like Merry Christmas Everyone and
The Darkness.
Oh, The Darkness, yes.
Yeah.
Damn right.
Yeah. That's a Christmas song.
Christmas number 1 2024. We've got to get The Darkness back on
Rage Against the
there.
Machine. These are real Christmas songs.
Rammstein does Christmas.
What was the name of the Darkness Christmas song?
Oh my god, you would bring this up before with no research. I'm now looking it up. Ring Out the Bells, was it? No, that's an actual Christmas song.
That's an actual Christmas song. Because I really like the video because obviously he doesn't have his shirt on and there's like that bare skin rug.
Don't let the bells end.
Yeah. Don't let the bells end. Now that would be a keep.
Christmas time.
Yeah, Mariah Carey, All I Want for Christmas. I'm binning that. I don't like it.
No, I am binning
This
it
is an easy
too.
one.
And this could well be the quickest of all of the days that we've done so far, and probably of the rest of them.
See you tomorrow.
Bye. And welcome back to Room 101.
I was going to say.
Rob, get your hand in the hat and choose another topic for us to choose it. For bin it or keep it.
Christmas carols.
Ooh.
You can't get rid of Christmas carols.
God damn you can't. I love them. In fact,
Yeah.
I actually listen to them more being older.
In October.
Sad but true.
We
It's
all have. We
sad,
listen to
but
them in
true.
October.
No, I actually enjoy carols more now that I'm older than I did when I was a child. I mean, you can't really classify Jingle Bells as a carol, or can you?
I don't think it's a carol. I think it's a Christmas song.
Yeah, okay. What do you consider a Christmas carol then?
God songs.
God songs with Rob.
Yeah, God songs with Rob. That would be my
So
Christmas
Silent
album.
Night. Yeah, okay. Silent Night, We Three Kings.
Yeah, that's a carol.
Yeah, fair enough. I kind of tie them all together as Christmas carols. So if someone said, oh, we're going caroling or we're going to sing carols, I would include things like Deck the Halls, Jingle Bells. I'd include all of them under that
Do you know what? I would actually give it something a carol singer would sing.
Exactly,
That's
there
a
you go. Or something a woman called Carol would sing.
Yeah.
Yeah, quite right. Absolutely. Okay, I'm happy with that. So that we've got our idea of what they are. So are you going to keep them?
Yeah.
Good, because as we should, they are a really important bit of Christmas. It is one of those things that makes you feel so much more festive than the pop Christmas songs. Don't you? There is a place for the pop Christmas songs. There is a place for the 1984 Christmas version of Do They Know It's Christmas? The proper version, not the modern shit version, which I
Yeah.
should have put in the hat. That'll be next year. And we can say now.
Look forward
bin
to
it.
that one.
We all know what the answer will be. But yeah, the Christmas carols for me just make the environment always just feel that much more Christmassy. And you want to join in with it. And there doesn't seem to ever be any shame in anyone's face, whether they can sing or not. If it's the whole crowd singing it, no one cares. Everyone just enjoys singing it. And there's a real warmth and happiness I get from that.
Do you want a story about carol singers?
Oh, go on then.
Just a quick one. So when I was quite little, I must have been like 12. Some carol singers came to the door, and we didn't know it's carol singers at the time, and my dad was like, "Oh, go answer the door, Robert." So up I get, go answer the door, open the door, and they just start singing, and I'm like, "Okay, well, I haven't got any money to give them," so I kind of went round back and said, "So it's carol singers." He goes, "Oh, just tell them to go away." So I went to the front door. I said, "No, thank you. Go away." Close the door. I just said exactly what my dad told me to say. Next thing I know, Dad's running out there, chasing them down the road because they've pulled all of our lights off of all of our outside stuff. Yeah, because obviously they took offence to me closing the door on them.
What were they? Adults? Kids?
And they were kind of...
Chavs?
Yeah, I think they were chavs.
Oh, so they were on the ear hole for money then.
Yeah, they were after money, yeah.
Oh, I love
the door
it.
was slammed in the face by a 12-year-old. Anyway, we're keeping carols.
We are absolutely
but
keeping
not
carols.
chav carol singers.
No. Well, I think they'd be doing kind of Christmas carol raps now. I think that would be the standard at the door.
Would you like to do one?
No.
What day are we on?
6. Day 6.
Day 6, and it's day
the
6
sixth
of...
day that we've come together to record.
God, every day is getting a bit tiring. Welcome to day 6 of Scrooge's Scrurridge Rummage. Right, I've put my hand in his scrummage to have a rummage. And here we go.
What's he chosen this time?
Christmas Eve present box.
Now, I'd never come across this. I'd never even had this. My family never did it.
I try not to come across them.
Yeah, I know. It makes the wrapping paper ever so hard.
Difficult to open the box.
Oh. In all seriousness, no. My family never did this growing up.
This is a new thing, like the elf.
I don't. Oh, that might be in the hat, you know. Don't give away your ID yet. It's not that new. I think 90s or even late 80s, and it seems to actually go back even further. That there's a tradition, and maybe an Americanism, I don't know. Send us comments if it is, about receiving a book or pyjamas or something as a family that you can all kind of unwrap at the same time on Christmas Eve to kind of get ready for the whole Christmas period. And I kind of like the idea of it, but at the same time I think you're just having to buy yet another bloody present.
Yeah.
We let Kay and, well, T will as well this year. Not that he didn't get presents the first year, don't get me right. So, no.
Too young, we don't need
You're too young, you don't get a present, child. Go back to the chimneys and clean them for us. We let them open normally a book. So we'll choose a book, and then we can sit down. It's always a Christmas one, and we can all sit down at bedtime and read it together and just get ready for like the guaranteed early morning wake up.
What we do is set of pyjamas.
Yeah.
So all three of us will have a set of pyjamas.
Nice.
So we're all the same, and a book. That's what we've done. So he has a box that I got from, I think it was Etsy or something, and it says his name and it's all Christmassy.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, it's just big enough that you can literally fit a small book and a little pair of pyjamas in it. Well, I never had a Christmas Eve box when I was going. Never even heard of it until Miranda was like, "Should we get him a Christmas Eve box?" And I'm like, "What the fuck's a Christmas Eve box?"
I'd never heard of it. I hadn't until Kay came into my life, and I kind of understand where it's coming from. I like the idea of it. I think it's a nice idea. I think it's very easy to go over the top with it, and
all of Christmas it's easy to go over the top with, especially for kids.
So, one that I think is definitely an American tradition. Letting the children pick a present from under the tree, that I could never be on board
I'd be
with.
going straight for the N64. I know what the shape
exactly.
of that box is.
That's the biggest box. It's heavy, and I know what I asked for.
Yeah.
That's the present. No, you can't have that till the morning. No, you said I could have one present.
Yeah.
Show me in writing where it says in your policy and procedures that I can't just choose that one. Yeah?
I didn't sign
That's
nothing.
what modern children are like, so you're screwed.
What's
that? You're not going to let me have it? Right, I'm phoning Childline.
Yeah. Well, that's when you just you say that's from Father Christmas and it's not under the tree, isn't it? That's because it's not been. Yeah, that's how they get around, isn't it?
Yeah, no, fair enough. But a nice simple box that the family can share and enjoy. I like the idea of it. For me, it's a keep.
Yeah, I think it's cute. I'd get rid of it when they're older. But yeah, I like it. I think it's a cool little thing. And it gets you all kind of together Christmas Eve as a little family and something to do together just before bed. Well, that's when we do it at bedtime.
Well, that's when it should be. I mean, maybe late evening so you can all lounge about in your new pyjamas. And,
yeah, it'll be at pyjama time.
And suffer with having to have hundreds of photos taken of you all together until everyone's smiling and their eyes are open and in the matching pyjamas.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, well, I'm glad you agree. I'm going to keep it.
Keeping it.
Nice. And welcome back to Emptying Santa's Sack. Would you like to reach into Santa's sack and choose?
I'm going to help him empty his sack.
Hello.
One step closer to an empty
Ho,
sack.
ho, ho!
Advent calendars.
Yeah, okay. So this could potentially go on for ages, so we've got to limit ourselves on this. But I'm glad it's me kind of telling you about these, having chosen them, so you can kind of get inside my brain here. There are 3 Advent calendars that we're going to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
The first one, I want to know if you want to keep it, will be the very traditional flat piece of cardboard with a lovely little picture behind the door.
Oh, they're boring as fuck. Get rid of them.
Ouch, okay. Well, that's cut to the bone, isn't it, ladies and gents?
The kids don't want it.
No.
They don't. Let's just be honest, they don't. We might like the look of it and think it's cool and exciting because I think, pretty sure my first Advent calendars would have been like that.
I think it was, and I think the thing is, when we were growing up, not that chocolate Advent calendars didn't exist, we're not that old, let's not go down that far, but it was more common just to have the cardboard one, and the chocolate ones were considered kind of a luxury thing, weren't they?
Yeah.
So, yeah, we kind of grew up with them. I didn't mind them, they're always very pretty, but you're right, now other ones exist.
Now iPads exist, the normal calendar is not good enough for a child.
So you're binning.
I'm binning the
bog
card
standard
one because it's just the kids just won't like it.
Fair
You're
enough.
not getting it for yourself, so
I will agree with you on that.
I'll recycle that one.
Nice. Saving the world one Advent calendar at a time.
That's it.
Captain Planet would be happy.
Yeah.
Okay, we've binned that one. Next one. Cheap chocolate Advent calendars.
I quite like the taste of cheap chocolate in chocolate Advent calendars.
It's a really difficult one, isn't it? I used to love the Cadbury tree ornaments and the Cadbury coins, which they've brought back this year, by the way.
Okay.
Well, that's because it's Cadbury chocolate. Delicious. Cheap chocolate, I always find it's in kind of 2 territories almost. One, which is just inedible.
Yeah.
And it's just waxy and it's horrible. And then there's the other one, which is, dare I say, it's like Nestle chocolate.
Yeah.
And that's the one I like.
Yeah.
I don't mind the Nestle chocolate one, but the really cheap waxy ones, though, you know, the Poundland sort of Advent calendars.
So chocolate, I'm I'm one of those kind of fuddy-duddies who doesn't like the idea of people having chocolate at breakfast. And that's when kids want to open calendars. That's not going to make me bin it, but last year he didn't really open very many doors of his calendar. One, because he actually wasn't that interested in it.
Yeah.
He didn't understand it. This year was going to be different. But also I was kind of like, I'm just not going to remind him that the chocolate one's there. So I don't want him to be asking me for chocolate every single morning at 6 a.m. when he was waking up or whatever.
So let me very quickly go into dad chat.
Mm.
We did for Kay for many years. We bought a wooden cheap. It came from I think it was something like the Range. Make your own advent calendar, and it had 24 little wooden drawers.
Yep.
And every year we would load it up with different things. We did hair bands, we did little cheap bracelets, we did We bought things like boxes of celebrations and put 1 or 2 celebrations in a drawer. So every day it wasn't necessarily chocolate.
That's a really cool thing, yeah.
And she loved it.
That's
it's only in
pretty
recent years that she wants a proper advent, what she calls a proper advent calendar now. But I reckon knowing what T likes and the fact you could do it with stickers
You
every
could just
day.
put stickers in there, and you could put a marble in, and he'd be like, nuts.
Nice. But yeah, sorry, dad chat over. Think about it. I love it. I love that idea, and it worked so well for us. Okay, the third advent calendar type then, luxury chocolate advent calendars. I'm talking...
You're missing a 4th advent calendar.
Am I? I'll bring it up in a moment. I'm talking those thick box ones with like a full-on Ferrero Rocher behind each day, or a Lindt little teddy bear that cost like £20 each.
Never had one.
No?
Nah.
They're delicious.
Mum would never have got me.
They're just too expensive. Oh, are we keeping the cheap one?
Yeah.
Okay, we're keeping the cheap one.
That's the standard one. As far as I'm
and the
concerned.
luxury one. Seeing you've never had it, you're just going to have to make your decision off it. They're expensive, but you do get 24 days of good chocolate.
Well, I've got one luxury one above that.
You're going to say a Lego or Playmobil or the toy calendars.
So
we're keeping the luxury ones, by the way.
So the toy calendars, I've only been getting because of our friend who sells them.
Yes. SideQuest TGC, go and check out the site, go and get some good deals. There is a Pokemon calendar for those of you that might need it.
And that's it. So I've got him that from Mark every year. Now I have a bone to pick with that calendar. A few of the days are just cardboard. Because they're making like a tree or a sleigh of presents. And the disappointment on T's face every time he gets a part of a tree. And he's just like, where's Pikachu?
So it's the Barbie one, exactly the same with that one as well. Not that I've ever, but I've just read the articles about it. Day 13, I got a pair of shoes.
Yeah, but all in all, I think they're wicked for the kids. And also, I think that helped him not think about the chocolate one.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Now they're more expensive. They are more expensive. But
about 25 to 30 pounds
treating
normally,
it
aren't
like
they?
part of a present.
Yeah.
For Christmas, if you put that in your Christmas present budget for them.
Well, if you put it across and consider it's 24 or 25 days of an activity that they may go away and play with whatever item was in it for half an hour of an hour.
Well, that's what he did. Every day his little collection of Pokemon got bigger and bigger and bigger, and he played with it the whole month.
There you go. So it's worth the money. It's across the days spread out as well as an activity. Boom.
So I think in all, I'm keeping advent calendars.
I think in all, keeping advent calendars is a damn good idea.
Hi, and welcome to day 8 of Rudolph's Red Nose Rampage.
Yeah, we're getting to the point of having to keep bin it or keep it, aren't
I've just put my hand in his red nose.
Oh.
And it's Santa's Grotto.
Oh, now this is a really difficult one, isn't it? Because how many kids actually like Santa's Grotto?
Well, at least they ain't got to sit on his knee anymore.
Don't they?
You're not allowed to sit on his knee anymore.
Yeah, they are.
No, you're not allowed to sit on Santa's knee anymore. And if your kid's sitting on Santa's knee, that's an odd place for you to be taken.
Well, I've got a story for you. A local garden centre to us. It's...
The one near my parents?
No, not the one near your parents. It's not the one that me and Dan worked at.
The other one on your carriageway?
I'm not going to say which one it is, and it's not that one either.
Okay.
Stop guessing, because otherwise I'm going to say it and then I can't tell you the story.
Okay, right.
We went out as a family. I was a teenager. We weren't going to the Grotto, don't worry. But I used to go out with my mum and dad on a Sunday. That was their day off from the shop. And we went to this specific garden centre. We're walking around the Christmas, and there's the Santa's Grotto. There's a little queue of kids, and all we know is that grotto got closed down the next day. And all we heard was a certain little child going in and hearing Santa going, "Oh ho ho, Merry Christmas."
Oh, that's fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
I hope that's as bad as it was.
I
hope that was enough for them to be like, this isn't right.
Yeah, and so bear in mind, teenager, so I would have been, that was mid-90s.
Yeah.
Just, it was gross. And
did he work for the BBC?
no, let's not go down the BBC route. We know they all have links somehow. No, and that is one of my problems with Christmas grossos. Ever since that, I've always had that kind of, it's a little bit weird. I love the idea of Santa, and I grew up going to grossos. I have the fondest memories of going to the Van Hague Centre in Stevenage with my grandparents and my cousins, and they'd take us to see Santa, and we'd go in, and he was always there, and we'd get the whole garden centre, that magic that garden centre seems to get at Christmas and no other time of the year it has, and coming away and getting to do the pick and mix prize. And it was, the one I vividly remember was this big A3 felt. Do you remember felt painting?
Yep.
Felt real Ghostbusters real Ghostbusters A3 cardboard thing with the pens to colour in. Oh, my heart was just like, this is the most best thing in the world. Thank you, Santa. You know, so I'm really torn by it because I absolutely loved it as a kid. And then just that one thing made me feel yucky about it. And then Kay hated him. Kay growing up, she did it a couple of times and then, no, I don't want to go.
We did it for the first time last year with T. He went to one of the local garden centres with his mum and his friend and his friend's mum. And apparently they really enjoyed it. They got a little present, didn't cost very much. But together as a family, we went to one of the farms where it was quite a lot of money.
Right, okay.
We booked it early, so we got it discounted. We're doing the same one again this year. It is expensive, but it's like a whole... I mean, he hated it. But there's this whole thing where you go through and you go through the toy shop and then you go through a magic forest and then you go through this other bit. And there's this bit where they had like... a security thing, like an airplane that you had to go through. It was a metal detector, but it was a naughty list and good list.
Nice.
So I had to carry him through, and it's like, bing, good list. Mummy went through, boom, bad
naughty
list. He lost his fucking shit. He was like, no, Mummy, no, to the point that the elves had to like
let her back through
really
and make
like,
it
no, okay, she's on the good list. He was so upset. And then because the next room was
mate.
Santa, we went in, he's still screaming, and Santa's there like, ho, 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 ho. And then, like, very quickly was trying to get us out the room, because it was a big room and he'd go around and ask everyone. He went to us immediately and was like, and I said to him, this is not going to work, it's too late. He gave us the little credit chip and we just left. So we didn't get to have any of that. But then
back and forth
he got to do a Build-A-Bear, and it was all built in the price.
Oh, mate, where is this?
Because Build-A-Bear, and then a toy he got to pick. He picked a blue Transformer that we still got. It costs like 60 quid or something. It's expensive. And the parents have to pay as well, and they get nothing. We didn't get anything for ourselves.
Oh, mate, no. Right, you've lost me now.
Yeah, but for the kids, it was well worth it. And it's a farm, so you still have all the other stuff that you can do on the farm too.
Which farm was it?
I think it's, I'll tell you off air what it is.
Right, okay. So I was going to say, don't you think the parents bit? So the kid gets a present, and the parent gets to choose a little mini bottle of alcohol.
Oh yeah, that's what it should be.
A little hand in. Oh, I've got a little bottle of Smirnoff. Thanks, Santa.
And I'm brewing some vodka.
Nice. Are we binning or keeping them then? Because
I think they're all right as long as there's not a birdie in there.
You heard it here. Don't go to a grosso if there's a birdie.
Yeah.
I'm sure I could have made that rhyme better, but oh well. Jesus, we're getting cancelled. Welcome back to day 9, and it's Cancel Culture Week, where we choose to cancel something that's Christmassy.
Us.
Well, yeah, very likely after the last one. What has Rob picked from my hairy hole?
Oh, Christmas Day TV on or off?
Oh,
Wow.
I grew up in a household that had it on, but not for things like the King's Speech. And only if we were watching something we'd been given at Christmas, or Dad had been given something at Christmas, then it would go off around lunchtime, dinner time, and everyone just played with presents, and then it would be on in the evening.
Your parents aren't royalists?
And no, they don't care about either thing, but to be honest, no one was interested in the Queen's Speech. I'm still not. And
I won't be interested in the Queen. Well, I'd be really interested in the Queen's Speech now. Wow, that'd be a brilliant Queen's Speech. I'm well up for it this year.
But yeah, this year, no, won't watch the King's Speech. It's never been of interest to me.
I think I probably would watch it this year because it'd be his first one, right?
Second.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, that shows how much I pay attention to it, doesn't it?
She died last year.
But he hadn't been officially made the king, so it would have been like
It was still the King's Speech. They didn't drag her body around and say, she's not miming, I promise.
Someone's there just going... Like,
Yeah,
you can't see that, obviously, everyone.
Jim
I'm just
Henson's
like,
Muppet
oh,
team have got in there and got her going.
Yeah. Oh, and I've dropped all these now. I had them all in order.
Oh, it doesn't matter. But it's a difficult one. So having the well, I still have my parents, obviously, and we alternate Christmases now between parents for Jem and my parents. So one Christmas will be at my mum and dad's, and then Boxing Day at Jem's, and then the next Christmas we swap it. Yeah. And Jem's the TV is just off all day. It's never switched on. So it's a bit of a change in environment because I used to wake up, go down, and I'd watch Christmas cartoons.
Yeah.
And Christmas CBBC and CITV and stuff like that until everyone was down and we would do presents and things.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's all off.
It would be on and off at ours. Dad would put it on because he normally has it on as a background thing anyway. Normally the Sky News or Sky Sports is on. Yeah. It's just a ticker in the background.
We've not got to that age yet. I look forward to that age where you've got to have something on in the background.
Yes, that's what it's like for us. But it would get turned off when presents be opened or if we're playing a game or something. It gets turned off then.
Yeah.
But I'm a mixture of both, on and off. In our house, it would be off. Like my own house that I live in, it would be off. But yeah, I'm not bothered by it being on.
I'm not bothered by it being on, but I think I would be more bothered, especially now I've got children, if they're glued to the TV rather than appreciating what they've got for Christmas.
We would watch Doctor Who, though. That we would have it on and be like, okay, look, Dad, put it on because we all of us here, me, Miranda, Dan, we want to watch Doctor Who.
Yeah,
can you put it on?
That's a fair shout. That is a fair shout. If and growing up, there would have always been like the Christmas specials, as they were. That it was nice to watch as a family. So yeah, I think I'm keeping it with very specific rules of it's only certain times it's on. It's not on all day for people just to be glued to, because the whole idea is you are meant to be chatting to family and playing with the things that you've been bought and enjoying the togetherness. Yeah. There you go, the togetherness.
Yeah, I'm keeping it only because if it's binned, then you can't have the opportunity to turn it on or off.
And then watch Doctor Who.
Or Zombie Queen.
Oh. See, I never even watched the Simpsons alternative Christmas speech they did.
I never saw any of those.
Apparently they were quite good, but who knows?
You just did one on Channel 4. What was the alternative one on Channel 4?
It was The Simpsons.
It was The Simpsons. I thought there was another one they did.
Oh, I don't know. Can you imagine
Jimmy Carr do one?
Well, possibly. I think they need to get Family Guy involved.
Oh, I can't imagine that.
We had to show it at 11 o'clock at night, and Ofcom have now closed the channel.
Monkey Dust. I want a Monkey Dust alternative
Oh, my God, that would be amazing. Meat Canyon, get on it.
Yeah, that would be a really good one.
I might email them.
Yeah.
Damn it, why not? You never know. Lovely, that's the end of another day. See you tomorrow.
And welcome to day 10, where 10 maids are milking my milk.
Prostate joke.
Yeah, I'll put my hand in your hairy hole again.
Oh, yes.
And here
it's
we are.
getting wider and wider by the
It's
day.
Jim Carrey's The Grinch.
Yeah, bin it. I hate it. I do not like that version of The Grinch. I just think it is rubbish.
I haven't seen the new Grinch to be able to compare Jim Carrey's Grinch to anything.
Bendy Dick Cucumber Snatch.
Yes.
Yeah, really good.
Is it?
And you can only take my word on that. You've not seen it. It's, in my opinion, much better than the Jim Carrey one. I enjoyed the Jim Carrey one when it first came out, as much as I enjoyed watching The Mask when it first came out. Mm-hmm. But going back and watching them again,
I think that's Jim Carrey in a nutshell, though, isn't it? You've got to really be up and in the mood for him.
Yeah, absolutely. And I, to be fair, a bit like the Christmas music, like we chatted about earlier with The Range and all of the Christmas in October, it's been done in this house so often because Kay was obsessed with it, and it would be watched over and over and over and over again. I just can't watch it again anymore. I can't stand it. I was never a really big fan of it. I enjoyed it, obviously, and Jim Carrey is a very funny man, but the Grinch story itself never really grabbed me anyway. But
it's Doctor Who, so it's...
none of Cat in the Hat, for example. If you've never seen the film, don't.
I've never seen Cat in the Hat.
It's not bad. That's the worst thing about it. It's just, you'll watch it and you'll just think, what have I done with my life? I got a couple of laughs out of it, but I literally lost an hour and a half of my life.
I would only watch it because it's Mike Myers.
Exactly. Mike Myers is the only reason it's rescued. But this
Grinch film, I have never seen it.
You've never seen the Jim Carrey one?
Only like bits of it. I've never sat from beginning to end.
I think this Christmas you show it to T.
He'd probably be terrified of it.
No. It's a fun film with some morals to it. Mm. But the animated one is better, in my opinion. And like we've always said about films, don't ever listen to someone else's review. If you want to go and see it, go and see it, because you never know. You may like it, and it may be made for you, whereas it wasn't made for the person that you read the review of.
Yeah.
And in this, it's exactly the same case here. I didn't like the Jim Carrey. Well, I liked the Jim Carrey Grinch. Now I would stick it in the bin because I'm just so sick of it. And all you see on TikTok now is all the people imitating it, and it's too much. Whereas the animated Grinch, it was just nice. It was nicely animated. Just everything about it just actually felt right. Yeah, I don't know why. It just felt better, less jarring than the Jim Carrey one. Mm-hmm. I've got to say, I might not actually be that biggest fan of Jim Carrey.
Yeah, maybe that's the problem.
Yeah, I enjoy some of his films, but the whole rubber face thing kind of, I don't get it.
Yeah. So you've been in it?
I'm binning it.
I don't know what to do with it because I haven't seen it.
Oh, make your bloody mind up. I'm forcing you.
Bin it as well.
I'm telling you, you've got to do something. Right, you're binning it. Good. And welcome back to day 11 of the Channel 84 Variety Show, and we are now on Dave because they show anything. Dave, Rob, reach into my hairy hole.
Bend over and cough.
What has he selected this time?
We have selected Secret Santa.
Secret Santa. Tell me of your history with Secret Santa.
I've not done it very much.
Oh.
I haven't really got much history with Secret Santa. I think it's quite a cool thing that Miranda does it with all the netball lot.
Yeah.
And she used to do it with work when there were more people at work. It's difficult for me to do it at my work. There's only 2 of us.
I was going to say, would you have to do Secret Santa for the podcast with me?
Yeah, you, me, and Prison Pigeon
I
do
bought
Secret
myself.
Santa. Who got me this bag of cocaine?
Oh,
Half
Tom.
empty bag of cocaine. 2 Joes at it again.
Oh, no.
There'd be 4 of us. There's 5 of us. You, me, Auntie Julie,
Oh, God,
Prison
Auntie
Pigeon, and the
Julie.
irony spider.
What do you get, Auntie Julie?
Who gave me
other
this
than a
bazooka, that
suppository?
veruca?
Oh, no. And the irony spider.
Yeah, it'd
What-
just be a bowl
Well,
of
he's
cold
blind,
soup with
so
a fly in it.
It's, what can we get? It is a fly, honest. It's not, you lying bastards.
Lying
I
bastards.
felt it. It's plastic.
No, how ironic.
Oh, we still don't understand that.
No.
Yeah, I like the idea of it. I've organised it. I hated it. And it ruined it for me to an extent because people are so shit.
Mm-hmm.
The person that organises it basically has to keep an eye on who's buying what, buying for who. Then you organise the drop-off times for it. Then you've got to go and check and make sure, has everything been dropped off? Then there's always the people, oh no, I am going to get round to it. I am going to get round to it. They never get round to it. So you've got to go out and buy extra Secret Santa presents to give to the people so that they don't miss out.
You know what I would
It's
do?
such a huge
If I
load
was
of work.
organising it, I'd be like, right, everyone's got your names. And I'd be like, right, you have to be in by this date. If you haven't given it in by this date, everyone has to like say they've put theirs in.
Yep.
And all you have to do is just log who has put it in and who they had. And if you find that Joe Bloggs hasn't put one in and his gift was for Mandy, but Mandy has put a gift in, then you just say, okay, well, whoever's gift is in there for Joe Bloggs goes back to the person who bought it, and Joe Bloggs, who didn't buy anyone else a gift, or it gets diverted.
Yeah, okay,
And then that
I see
person
what
who
you're
didn't
doing.
buy one don't get one.
Yeah.
And you'll only end up with needing to organise one present.
Yeah, fair enough.
And I'll just be a bit of an arsehole with it. I think maybe that's just what it is.
Well, I think you need to be. If you're
Don't put it in,
organising
you don't get.
Exactly. Well, if you're organised, that's how you've got to be.
Yeah.
I do like it though. I do like the surprise of what has someone thought about me and thought that I would like to get.
If they have, or if they've just brought you a chocolate orange.
Well, that's the other problem, isn't it? Some people are going to be lazy and they're just going to bar of soap because they're smelly.
Yeah, because it's 2 for 30 in Boots.
Wow, I got Tesco Finest, and oh no, it's not Tesco Finest. It's the Tesco cheap brand. I can't think of what
value. They call it Tesco
that's
Value.
it. Tesco Value soap.
Yeah.
Thanks. As long as people put the effort behind it, it's a really nice thing to do.
Yeah.
And for that reason, and for the fact that I think people more often than not put effort in, I would say I want to keep it.
I'd keep it too. Yeah.
Nice. Happy days.
Yeah. And welcome to day 12 of I Can't Think of a Fucking Name.
So we are from now on just keeping it with bin it or keep it
Bin it or
because
keep it.
neither of us can think of any more names.
Just sat there for a few minutes like, what the fuck am I going to call this? So, okay, right. Pantomimes.
Pantomimes, yes. I love them.
I've only ever been to one in my memory that I can think of.
Oh my God, you need to come to more, and you need to come to the one that we go to down the road from us.
In the Auburn Arena.
No, we go to one that's slightly cheaper. We go to the Radlett Theatre, and it's amazing. We have done...
Maybe we'll go this year.
You should go. We're going on the 23rd of December. If there's any tickets left, do it.
Maybe
Book
we'll
it.
see if we can go to the same one.
Please do, because honestly, We've done, this will be our 4th year, I think. It might be even our 5th year. No, it's
If
our
I'm
4th.
not working that day, I might be working.
I think it's a Saturday.
Then I won't be working.
Yes, it's a Saturday. It's the 4th year, I'm pretty sure we've gone. We've had exactly the same seats every time. Mm-hmm. We buy our tickets as soon as they go on sale, which is like February. So we get well into it. And I can see now, for the past 4 years, we have come out of there with chest pain, crying with laughter, because of just how traditional and stupidly funny it is.
Christmas in February, is it?
That's only getting the tickets, and it's because we want exactly that. We're being anal, basically. It's kind of become a family tradition. We must get the same seats every time.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a running joke that we know that on the 23rd of December, the keyboardist that's been there for the past 4 years, that does all the keyboard music for the show, it's his birthday. We now know he's called Ben.
Yeah.
And every year we're waiting for him to go, "It's you again."
That was it.
So we think it will be this year because Nanny, basically, Jem's mum, said to him, "Oh, happy birthday." And he just looked at us like, "How did you know?" It's like, because it's been 3 years running. We've been sat here on this day and people have been saying happy birthday to you.
Yeah. The one we went to had Basil Brush.
Oh, no.
Which is good.
The Radlet one isn't as good. It doesn't have any CBBC stars in it, for example. Yeah. It does have one of the UK's best panto dames. Right. She was on Britain's Got Talent. He was on Britain's Got Talent, sorry, as the panto dame. And it's just, there's been so many incidents or muck-ups that are just, they make it part of the show and they run with it. And it's just wonderfully Christmassy, and it just really just leaves you just wanting more.
Yeah.
It's never been a letdown, so we're going to just keep. It's become that family tradition for us to go to the pantomime.
Yeah, I think we're doing this. We might be doing the Santa on the 23rd, but it's in the morning.
Oh, okay. Well, this is evening. It's about a 6 o'clock showing, I think.
So how long is it?
About an hour and a half, I think.
Yeah, maybe too late for tea. Your tea goes to bed a lot later than ours. Ours is in bed at 7.
That's true. I'll dial it up later and I'll send you the details and we'll see. But
I'm keeping pantomime.
Pantomime's got to be kept. I don't agree with the price they charge now.
Expensive, is it?
Auburn Arena's something like 50 quid a ticket.
Whoa, wowee woo wah.
Yeah, it's disgusting. To be fair, Radlet's not far behind, but it is more value for money.
Yeah.
The prices of pantomimes now are just awful, really awful, and I can see why people don't go to them as much because of that. Yeah. But if you've got a local theatre in your town or your village that does one, absolutely go. I'm keeping it for those ones because they put their kind of heart and soul into it and they make it what it is.
Yeah.
Whereas the ones that are at the bigger venues, really, you're just going because there's a famous person in it.
Yeah.
It's normally an EastEnders star that had some sort of drug problem and is now back into the BBC again and doing EastEnders again. So, yeah, that's what you're paying for. Go to the local ones. They're much better.
Yeah.
But keep it.
Keep.
Nice. It's day 13. Insert funny joke here. Bin it or keep it. Rob, stick your hand in my hole.
Yeah, got it. Selection boxes.
Selection boxes. Oh, how I miss the days of good old selection boxes.
When they had a load of them in the box.
Or when they used to be that horrible netting material that would cut your hands to shred and you couldn't rip. It was just pure plastic. It was pure, we're going to kill the dolphins with this stuff. But it was in a stocking shape.
Yeah.
Had the plastic tray inside it, and you could see the individual chocolate bars and bag of Maltesers or Revels.
I love those.
They were amazing. They need to be brought back. But selection boxes themselves, as they are now, still, I love them.
Yeah.
I'm actually asking for a selection box this Christmas because I haven't had one in years. Kay always gets one. No doubt T will probably get one this bloody year. I haven't had a proper selection box for Christmas. I know it's because I'm an adult,
Yeah.
but there is something about opening up and there's a tray with 5 or 6 chocolate bars in
Yeah.
that you can eat one at a time. I don't know what it is about selection, but there is something just truly wonderful about them.
Yeah.
And I saw an amazing advert. Apparently Costco is doing a giant one. So on my wall is like an acoustic guitar. Apparently it's somewhere in near the length of that, and it's just packed full of like Mars bars, Twixes, but it's been made to look like a proper old school one with that netting material. So I've got to go to Costco to see if they have got them in stock, and if they do, I'm
Buying one for yourself, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
well-
cool. I like selection boxes. I think they're good. I'm keeping them.
Well, they're that traditional gift from aunties and uncles, aren't
Yeah.
they? It's not a parent gift. It's not a family gift. It's, oh, auntie and uncle, hi, what have you got me for Christmas? Selection box, yeah!
Again, it's like one of the things that Boots used to do. It'd just be, it'll have the special little present sticker on it.
Yes.
And like for 20 quid, you can get 3 of these with the stickers on. It's the same kind of thing. Like Woolies would have done it, or whoever.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was always like 3 for 2 or whatever.
Yeah.
The Cadbury ones were always pretty good, but the Mars bar ones were the ones you wanted because you got Mars, you got Maltesers.
Yeah.
You got the best chocolate bars in those. Oh, I'm glad you're keeping those, because I would have been heartbroken if you said, no, I fucking hate
Getting
them.
rid of chocolate? No chance.
Yeah, true. Okay.
It's day 14 of that thing we're doing with picking things out of a hat.
Bin
Here
it
we
or
are.
keep it.
That's the one. Garden centres.
So we kind of already discussed this a little bit when we talked about Santa's Grotto.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts about garden centres in general, first of all, I guess?
I like garden centres.
There's just something about the smell in a garden centre.
Yeah, I like a good garden centre.
I love it. Jem hates them.
Why?
I don't know. I absolutely don't know.
What's she got about the outside? She not like gardens?
Maybe she doesn't like gnomes.
Yeah, maybe.
She's gnomist.
Yeah. Bloody no.
She's probably not gnomist. I'm just going to put that disclaimer in there before hate gets sent towards her.
Yeah, hate mail from gnomes.
Oh, God. Right. No,
Sending
but
a
when they
broken
come...
fish
There is something about the smell of garden centres, that constant panpipe music that is piped into all of them almost as standard. They're just nice, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're always warm as well. They're not overly warm. They're just comfortable. I can't really explain it. But then when it gets to Christmas, all of a sudden, they become this like winter wonderland.
Yeah.
It's like they whoever they employ to set it all up and go around and do the decorations. It's not like some spotty irk who's like doing a Sunday job there. There's someone there that genuinely feels like, this is my mission to make this place the fucking North Pole.
And they do feel like more traditional Santa's Grottos, the ones you get in there. Literally just a modified tent.
Yeah, a
with Santa
tent or a
inside.
shed from outside
Yeah.
that they've decorated. You've got somebody in an elf outfit. Would you like to come in and see Santa? And there's Santa sat
Asking you to
there.
take your shirt off.
No, let's not go back to that. I already feel bad enough that we brought it up in the first place. Yeah, he sat there rubbing his legs. Mm.
Come on, Tom.
Ho, ho, ho.
Here you come, Tom. Undo that top button, Tom.
Don't say come. No. No. For me, it's absolutely keep them at Christmas. I'd keep them all year round anyway.
I go to them all year round. I love garden centres.
Oh, we'll have to do an episode. Oh, we should do a covert episode in a garden centre.
Yeah, I love a good garden centre.
Are they recording over there? I don't know. Let's go and have a look. Quick, Rob, run.
Leg it.
Right, we're in the fishery section. They're the best garden centres, the ones that do fisheries and animals as well. It's like, it is a proper free zoo day out. It's like, we've got the free zoo, we've got a little cafe in there, we can have a nice bit of cake and a nice hot
local
chocolate.
one is closing. If it hasn't already.
What, Burston?
Yep, the fishery is
The
closed.
fishery's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fisheries went ages ago. Apparently it's going to be an Audi garage.
Oh, boring.
Not quite sure how
An
that's
Aldi
going to...
garage? Like for cars?
Yeah, I'm not sure how that's going to work.
But made by Aldi?
Can you imagine that? Oh, I've bought my wonderful, beautiful, highly expensive Audi, and you want me to drive it across...
Audi.
Audi, not Audi.
It's an Aldi garage. Fucking hell, I can't imagine what an Aldi garage is
An
like.
Audi petrol station.
No, like you...
Oh, servicing.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. I thought this was some weird fucking world that we're living in.
it's
With
an
Aldi now doing MOTs and services.
Oh my God, what do you have at the MOT? So you take your car for a service and they've still got a middle aisle for you to go up and down and find all the shit.
It's got like really shitty cheap tyres in the centre aisle.
Oh, have you got a fourth one though? We've only got what we've got on show. Shit, I need 4, not 3.
I've only got 3 octagon shaped tyres. Do you have any round ones? No, sorry.
Got a square one.
And hurry up, the queue's for me. Quick, get through.
Yeah, no bagging at the till. So you just drive your car through the window.
Yeah, you got to get your motor in and out fucking quick.
Oh dear.
What were we talking about?
Christmas garden centres.
Garden centres, yeah, keeping them.
Absolutely keep them. They are a magical place, and I might even just have some time to myself to go to one if Jem doesn't like her. You're coming with me. Bollocks, I said his name, so I'm going to have to edit that.
You're going to have to edit that out. I was just pointing at you.
Oh, dear. Nuts.
I'm going to go and get my car serviced at Aldi.
Welcome back to day 15 of our Christmas Advent, and today it's Deal or No Deal.
Deal or no deal.
Deal or no deal.
Deal or no deal.
Otherwise known as Bin It or Keep It. So Rob, reach inside my furry hat.
Say like keep it or swap it.
Swap Shop.
Swap shop. I don't think they call it Deal or No Deal, don't they? Fuck's sake.
Now, Swap Shop was a genuine show though back in the 80s.
Oh, this is an interesting one. Fairy Tale of New York, the Pogues.
Fucking hate it. And I know...
You hate it?
I hate it. I hate it as a song. I don't think it's Christmassy at all. I genuinely could live without it. Obviously, rest in peace, Shane, whatever his name is. McGowan, obviously passed away recently. Mm-hmm. I couldn't give a shit about the song, though. Really dislike it.
That's interesting.
I don't think it's festive at all.
What's your feeling about them airing it with different lyrics?
If they replaced all the lyrics with a completely different song and changed the music to a different song, I'd be really happy.
Fuck's sake, TJ. Yeah, they just changed it with something else. Jingle bells.
What, you mean the cheap, lousy bit that they've replaced because it might upset... honestly...
Who's it upsetting, Toad, to be fair?
If it's upset someone and there's a large enough crowd that it's upset, then fair enough for doing it. But for me, I couldn't give a monkeys about it because I don't like the song. So I couldn't give a toss what they did with it, to be honest. And I just honestly 100% don't find it Christmassy at all.
Yeah, I would keep it because it's a song that comes out at Christmas. It reminds me of Christmas. Yeah.
You're wrong. We haven't actually got to this stage actually on the previous 14 days of the Advent, but you're wrong.
It took 14 days previous for you to realise I'm wrong.
No, obviously it's your opinion, it's my opinion, but for me, I've never liked the song. Just never.
I'm keeping it.
It's for me, it's going straight in the bin.
Okay, we've now created the multiverse. This is the split point of the Channel 84 multiverse.
I'd be intrigued to see. So we've got people, having checked the previous days now, have been going on to Spotify and doing the poll and saying keep it or bin it, and Good Pods people are commenting on it saying bin it or keep it as well.
Yeah, I saw that too.
So you know what? New Year will come. We'll make a little note of it. Was this one?
Yeah.
Or all of them? How many were actually with us and versus against us? I think I think the vast majority so far have stuck with our choices, though.
It feels that way.
This kind of feels like the first one that there might be a split decision.
Well, except for the fact that by the end of this, we'll have to see how many Matt has binned, because he's binned everything so far.
Oh, God, he has, hasn't he? And Mr. Court, being the Grinch, has binned everything as well.
Oh, has he? Where did he write that?
He hasn't, but our patron saint of the podcast, Karen, said he is a Grinch. He doesn't do anything Christmas, so
he's not even listening to the Advent.
I presume not, actually. Yeah, you're right. He probably isn't. Arsehole.
No, he's not.
No,
Sure,
of course he's not. Sorry, that's harsh. Arse. Right. Seriously,
Next
he's
day.
not. No. You're just a Grinch.
Day 16, my Christmas spleen. Right,
What's the name of the show, though?
my Christmas spleen.
Okay, fair enough.
Christmas jumpers.
Oh, right, okay.
He's a
Gemma
right
loves
fucking
them.
bar humbug, isn't he?
It feels really negative. I don't want to be negative at Christmas. Why am I flapping? But Gemma loves them. I've neither been fond of them or hate them. Every year she gets us different ones.
Mm-hmm.
That's her job now. And then she sticks them on eBay, sells them, and then we buy second-hand ones or we buy new ones based on whatever she sold the old ones for. So they don't ever get reused. They're a novelty. We take photos in them. She's happy. I've got nothing against them.
Yeah, same really. I remember the first actual Christmas jumper I ever bought myself was a Yogscast branded one.
Oh, really?
But when they used to do a lot of Civilization,
Oh, okay.
they made like a Civ Christmas one, and it had like a nuclear bomb exploding on it, all kinds of stuff. And I really liked, and it was proper Christmassy. It had a Christmas thing, and I wore it to it was me and a load of electricians went to a Christmas thing, and he had to wear a Christmas jumper. And the whole time, one of the guys there he got really drunk and just was having a go at me, saying my jumper wasn't Christmassy. I was like, it's a Christmas jumper. That's what I was saying to him. I'll shut up.
I'd be intrigued to see if Yogcast remember that jumper design.
I'll send you.
And what happened to yours? B, do you still have yours?
I've still got it. Yeah.
Oh, you should dig it out. Get a photo of it at some point. We'll get that up on social media.
Yeah, it's a good jumper. I think. Well, it's a bit timey now.
We all feel that one.
And then I've got like a Next one, which is kind of you can wear throughout Christmas.
So I bought one from
period.
Next. It was stupid amounts of money. It had flashing LEDs on it.
Oh, none of that stuff.
I really liked it. It was really cool, actually. It was really nice and warm. It had really nice LEDs. It says you could particularly wash it. We disconnected the battery, washed it. Half the LEDs died.
Mm-hmm.
Then the next year it got washed again. One little lonely LED left on it at that point. It's like, it's not a Christmas jumper anymore.
So the actual Christmas jumper I now wear, I got one for me and one for Dan. My one's a Squirtle one, and his is his is Bulbasaur, and I got one for Mark. His is Charmander, and they're Christmas ones. And the T.
Nice save.
Yes.
Nice save.
He has a Spider-Man one. It's Spider-Man and Christmas.
I'm glad I'm not the only one today recording and making fuck ups.
Yeah.
You know what? Keep them. They're a bit of fun.
Yeah.
And I like that you can get some really creative ones as well.
I don't like the pressure that parents might feel for Christmas jumper day for kids. I don't like there being a pressure there that they have to go wearing them on a particular day. That's not nice. But, same with all the things. But, overall, I think they're funny. And I like bad Christmas jumpers. I like the bad Christmas jumper parties that people seem to have. I like all that stuff.
Yeah, no, I agree. So I think let's keep them.
Yep.
Nice. Day 17, and welcome to Should I Pull It Out My Arse or Leave It In There? Rectal fun. Oh,
that's a good one.
If my arse had that much hair around the ring, it would take at least a roll to wipe.
Well done for getting my hand in there. Christmas pudding.
Oh, bin it.
Bin it. Hate Christmas pudding. It's disgusting.
It's fucking gross.
You nearly stopped the recording.
I did nearly stop the recording straight away.
6 seconds long.
It was 23 seconds long.
We've got to at least say something about it.
It's cool that it can be set on fire. It tastes like an arsehole.
I mean, yeah, we set them on fire because we want it to burn in hell. So Miranda gets given a hamper every year from work. And
there's
hilarious.
Always one in there.
Yeah, and there's one in there. But the funny thing about the hamper is she'll bring it in, put it down, and instantly I just take it off her and start eating all the stuff in it.
I want to know the percentage of Christmas puddings that get gifted to neighbours and family members because they've received them in a Christmas hamper from a company, and everyone's like, well, I don't bloody want it. Stick it in a gift and everyone will just smile and nod happily, and then it will get re-gifted again and again and again.
Something that's best before date is after the next Christmas. I think you shouldn't be eating.
I think something with the next best before date of the next apocalypse should probably not be eaten.
If it can last as long as a Twinkie can, don't put it in your gob.
But yeah, no, sorry, Christmas puddings, not a chance in hell.
See
am I
you
keeping
later.
That.
And Christmas is finally legal on day 18.
Take it or leave it.
Take it or leave it.
You have just taken this to a whole level of different being cancelled.
Bacon sandwich on Christmas morning.
So Jem suggested this one, and it hadn't even dawned on me that I grew up in a family that does that.
We don't.
We do. Every morning, growing up with mum and dad, my two brothers, we used to go. I used to be up at the crack of dawn, like 5 in the morning, down there, waiting, itching to open things until we were allowed to. Then mum and dad would eventually come down. We'd open stockings, but before we did main presents and stuff like that, mum would always go off to the kitchen and she'd say, right, and we'd all get bacon sandwiches because that was just breakfast, because she didn't want to do anything big for breakfast, but she'd then be cooking for the day, doing the giant Christmas lunch we had, which was always kind of roast beef, roast turkey, roast gammon, all the spread, full. You're going to sit there and you're going to be pretty much unable to move by the end of it. So it was just to be something quick. But yeah, I grew up in that sort of family. We had bacon sandwiches for breakfast, and it is a known tradition. And I hadn't even thought about it.
Thinking about it now, it does have Christmas connotations for me because we would always go to Manchester and we'd go see my lovely Uncle Ernest and Auntie Carol, and they would always make bacon and sausage, and he would just come out with these sandwich after sandwich. So he wouldn't like make you a plate. He would just make a tower of them, and you'd get through them, and then another tower would appear. So Dan and I would be like in heaven of having like 6 or 7 like bacon sandwiches that he just kept rolling out all the time. And because we were always there together at Christmas, thinking now is like, it does have a bit of a Christmassy feeling to me because I don't make them at home.
Yeah, there you go. It's a babe in your tummy.
Do we do it at Christmas morning? No, we're going to have toast.
Well, you need to get into a tradition of having bacon sandwiches.
So I probably won't eat, and then we go to my parents, and then they have bread, so I'll toast it. Because I'm too busy. 4 children there going nuts.
Yeah, okay. Granted, I will. We don't do it. We don't do it in this house. So since me and Jem have been living together, since we've had kids, we don't do it here. I did it growing up, but that's why it kind of didn't dawn on me until Jem said, well, it is actually a tradition a lot of families do. Yeah. And it suddenly realised, well, yeah, I was a family that did it. I don't anymore, which is a shame because I love a bacon sandwich.
I love a good bacon sandwich, yeah.
But then again, I love smoked bacon. Jem likes normal bacon.
I don't like smoked bacon.
Oh, I love smoked bacon.
They do really good bacon sarnies in the cab huts in London.
Oh, yes, they do.
Yeah,
oh, yes,
anyone
they
who
do.
goes to London, look for the green huts. You'll see a lot of taxis parked by them, but anyone can go to
anyone
them.
technically can go
And they're
in
called taxi huts. It's just a tiny little miniature cafe. Now, they do have seats inside. They won't let you sit down inside.
No, because they are designed
that is
for
the
taxis.
cab drivers. But anyone can go up to them. And yeah, they do great bacon sandwiches.
We used to get sit in them on the ambulance. They wouldn't mind us sitting in there.
I
Yeah.
don't let the old Bill sit in there, so that's interesting. They let you guys sit in there.
Yeah, but the old Bill probably ticket a lot of the cab drivers.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm going to keep it though, because obviously I did it and it does bring a lot of happy memories to me. I wouldn't blame you if you said don't keep it because you don't do it.
Can I add a third option of, can I have this?
Oh,
Keep it bin or can I have this, please?
yeah, go on then. Can I have... and I will go with it on that because maybe I can start pushing my family here to start doing it.
Yeah, I would like that. Can I have this, please, is my decision.
Yeah, okay, there you go. We have a new show entry. Can I have this, please?
Yeah.
And we're on to day 19 of the new show, Can I Have This Please? Just before Rob does it again, I'm going to get in there. Rob, choose another item.
Another item from the hat of pain and
And finally, once we get all of these out of my hat, I can actually start wearing it in the bitter cold, which is what it's meant for.
stockings.
Stockings keep it.
What kind of stockings? Lady stockings or
Nice silk
Christmas?
ones that kind of I've got to shave my legs for. Or actually, I wax, but that's another thing we talk about. Do you go with a whole full sack back and crack, or do you just go with your legs as well? But no, stockings that you actually put presents in. And again, we're not talking about my cock. We're talking about Christmas presents
My
in stockings.
original stocking when I was growing up was a red football sock.
Really?
Yeah, for a very, very long time it was a red football sock.
I remember having one of those plastic sack ones that I could stand in.
Yeah.
And then I remember getting older and I used to have a smaller Hessian one with a Santa on the front. And that, again, it wasn't really a stocking shape, it was a sack shape. We always had sacks. That was it.
We had a
really.
stocking and a sack.
Ah, okay, yeah. And you know what I think we probably did as well? In fact, one of the things I remember as well, we used to have this knitted Santa Claus who had a little sack.
Mm-hmm.
And that would go next to your bed as well. And your stocking would be put next to your bed.
Santa would put his
And
sack by the side of your bed.
Then you get teabagged, yeah. And then every morning you wake up, you see your stocking, it was full. And then Santa's sack on this little knitted Santa, which we still got. Kay has it in her room, and I sneak in. Now we'll do it for tea,
This is
obviously.
fucking
And you
terrible.
put a tube of jelly tots in it. Dude, come on. No, this is innocent
Did
this
you
time.
get this Santa Claus from
Santa's sack was empty, and then it was full in the morning.
from that nurseries? The garden centre.
I think it came from a Christmas fair.
Right, I'm keeping stockings. Of course I'm keeping stockings. I love
You
stockings.
have to keep stockings.
What do you get rid of it for? Where's Santa going to put his presents?
Exactly. No, and I even do one for Jem now because she's not so big on Christmas presents. She's coming into my family side, and we've always been big on presents.
Oh, yeah,
whereas
we've
her
always been
side use, rather than getting each other Christmas presents, they put all the money in for the Christmas dinner, and then they just have a huge meal together. So she's kind of coming into my side and starting to experience what we had, and vice versa. So I do her a stocking every year now with her main present in and just a handful of little bits, because I just think they're an awesome idea. I think they're a great idea to do. Even as an adult, you appreciate it.
It's funny you say it because Miranda was the same. That they weren't big on They didn't really do very much at all. Then coming to my family who do massive things.
Exactly. It's a big shift and a change for them to understand and get their head around. I think Jem finally has, but yeah, it was a big change.
Yeah.
But stockings, they are a huge part of Christmas. They cannot be binned. And APOC, Matt, if you bin this, seriously, you've got problems.
Day 20 of I didn't have any time to think of what we were going to call this one, so it's just day 20.
Day 20 of Bin It or Keep It. We'll go back to the original name, like we did around day 14.
Keep it. Do. That's the intro. Bin it or keep it. Home Alone series.
Ah, right. So this...
Sounds like you've been waiting for this one.
No, but we could probably talk hours on this one. I'll tell you why.
Strap in.
It's not... Strap on. It's not...
This isn't day 19 again, TJ. This is day 20. Leave that stuff in day 19.
What,
We're
leave
in
Santa
day
Sack
20.
alone?
Leave it in day 19 where it belongs. This is day 20. We're clean. Start again. Hand in Santa's sack. It's Home Alone series.
Right. It's an interesting one because you've got Home Alone 1 and 2,
Yep.
which I think we can all accept are the best out of all of them.
Yes.
And then you suddenly got Home Alone 3, which was
terrible.
a different kid.
Terrible.
Then Home Alone 4.
I've not seen it.
Then Home Alone 5.
Didn't know it existed.
And I don't know, is Home Alone 5 the recent one, or is there a Home Alone 6, which is that new one which Disney Plus released maybe last
Home
year?
Alone versus Predator. I've not seen that one.
Yeah, it's in fact, you know what, I'm going to dial up on Disney Plus now and get some numbers, but generally Home Alone 1 and 2 I think are good fun films. If you ignore the fact that Kevin is basically what we would call a psychopath and would pretty much have killed the two criminals
they'd be
over
dead.
and over and over and
He'd
over
also
again.
be in an orphanage now or in a care home or something.
Well, yeah. There was an episode. There was a quiz I used to do. That was what did I do? I did specific question: badly described films, and I think I just did for Home Alone. The clue was Christmas child abandonment.
Yeah.
They would not have got Kevin back that easily.
No. And
right.
they should all feel terrible. I don't care how many kids you've got, you're not going to forget one of them.
Oh, wow. Right. Home Alone. And this is actually really surprising stuff now. So these are 90s films. And we've chatted about when we talked about films, how 80s and 90s films, on the most part, hit the 1.5 hour mark because that was the safe mark. You didn't get bum. Home Alone 1 hour 44. Home Alone 2 hours 1 minute.
They do spend a lot of time in the park at the end.
Home Alone 2 does feel much slower. It isn't. Home Alone 1 is still my favourite out of those two.
Yeah,
I don't mind the second one, but I think that's why it is so bloody long. But there is Home Alone 3, which was 1997, which is 1 hour 42. Home Alone 4, which was 2002 and was 1 hour 24 minutes. So it's like, we're running out of ideas. Just lower it. If we get to an hour,
cut that.
Brilliant.
Cut that. Yeah.
Home Alone The Holiday Heist, which was 2012 and an hour and a half.
Home Alone Dark Fate.
And then the recent one, which was 2021, Home Sweet Home Alone.
Oh, fuck off.
Which apparently isn't that bad.
Well,
Maybe we should actually watch it and do a live talk on it. But apparently it's not the most terrible thing. But what I kind of got the idea of all of them, and I've never seen 4 or 5 or 6, and I think I've only seen parts of 3. Yes, the McAllisters were meant to be rich, but everything else after kind of Home Alone 1 and 2, you kind of get the idea it's basically rich kid talking kind of blank check sort of side kids' lives. And that's kind of how they're basing it. It's just because they can do all these things because they've got all these things to do them to the bad guys.
Yeah.
But I've not seen anything, actually. I think Home Alone 3 is the last one I saw, and it was bad.
Yeah, that's the last one I saw. It's flipping terrible.
But yeah, it's never Macaulay Culkin. It's never Kevin again. Home Alone 1 and 2 I would definitely keep, but all the others,
the thing is, if it says series specific, so it has to be counted to all of them. But I think you can't get rid of the first two, no matter how bad the other three are.
You've got to keep the series.
You have to keep it.
The bonus is you just don't click play on the others, I guess.
Yeah, you walk out the room.
Yeah, and you know what? Our kids will probably love them. They'll probably think they're great films. I know Kay watched Home Alone 1 and 2, God knows how much, over the past couple of years. She has loved them. Mm-hmm. In fact, fun fact, Cineworld is doing them in the cinema.
They are?
And Santa Claus the movie. The properly good Santa Claus the movie. Not the Tim Allen one, which I enjoy.
Yep.
The one where they die at the beginning, making it a really happy, festive film. And I don't remember that. When we first showed Kay it, I was like, is this the right film? Is this a snuff film? What the fuck is going on?
I told you the time I walked into Hostel late.
No.
Have you seen the start of Hostel?
No, I refused to see it because I remember all the adverts and all the newspaper articles saying people being sick and fainting because of how brutal it was. And I just thought, that's not a film. That's a film that's purely trying to just be as gruesome as it can be. So I never bothered seeing it.
We were late. There's a few of us from the pub went, and we were late. It already started, and it was a sex scene. Quite a graphic sex scene is what was the beginning of Hostel.
Okay, so why haven't I watched this?
And we all we walked into the wrong film.
Okay, going back to Home Alone then. Home Alone 1 and 2, you've got to keep. I don't care about the others. In fact, I may even try and watch them over this Christmas period. But I am going to have to keep the series because I refuse to bin those first two films.
I feel the same.
Good. So you should. It's day 21. Would you like to reach inside Santa's sack and see what he gives you?
Yeah, legally drinking in America.
If it's sticky, I'm sorry.
Crackers!
Crackers! Oh, right. Okay, yeah, so crackers, you can't eat them on a plane because those banger snappy things go bang and they might think it's a bomb.
I like them crackers.
I like those crackers, but they're shit now, so I don't know what I feel about them.
They are fucking crap now.
They are awful.
And they're expensive.
You might get some stickers or some really cheap shit plastic cracker toys.
Playing cards.
Gone. Even those are gone now.
What happened to getting pen knives?
They are so expensive and you get nothing in them. And the jokes aren't even racist.
That's Christmas.
No, sorry. Okay. That is obviously a joke. But the jokes are terrible. But you expect them to be. The presents, however, the prizes inside the crackers, have just progressively got worse and worse in recent years. I don't think I could bin crackers because I love a good cracker anyway. But what we've started doing is we buy crackers, then we go on, not something like Tim, in fact Temu would be quite a good bet this year. And we'll put stuff in them. So everyone will get a cracker with their name on, and my mum, bless her, goes out and buys personalised presents that she sticks inside the crackers.
Oh, what a good idea.
So they actually feel like
and then you don't win the explosion on your cracker, and then somebody else gets the thing that you were meant to get.
It's always so disappointed, though, isn't it, when you pull a cracker and there's no crack? Yeah. That's what Prison Pigeon said. Sorry, you know what I meant. There's no snap, there's no bang.
Yeah, or pop.
Or, God, no, don't bring the Rice Krispies boys into it. Whatever happened to them, do you think?
They're still there. I buy Rice Krispies. They're
still
on
there?
Yeah, still there.
Good God, they must be in their 80s by now.
Well, yeah. Well, aren't they like leprechauns or something?
Wouldn't it have been amazing? Sorry, completely off topic. If they'd actually aged them throughout all this. At this point, you've just got Snap, Crackle and Pop, and they're sat there. One's on a life support machine. One's sat there rocking backwards and forwards.
No, just
and then you've got the other one who looks just really fit and healthy, like Picard, because he didn't eat Rice Krispies.
Yeah, because he's the pop. Yeah.
Nice. Going back to crackers then. Yeah, it was always disappointing when you pulled a cracker and you didn't get the prize, granted. It was always disappointing when you pulled a cracker and it didn't go snap.
Mm-hmm.
The Christmas hats, you've got to have the Christmas
I like
hats.
the Christmas hats.
But don't you always find, especially now, again, really you go and unfold them, and it's like, that's really small. And then you realise, oh no, there's a bit more to unfold.
Yeah,
so you give it that little pull, and it just immediately rips.
Yeah.
It's like, well, let's ruin that then.
I think it's just consumerism has ruined them.
Yeah.
These companies doing it all cheap, trying to get everyone to get them.
So brilliant. So when my nephew was really small, I'm talking, he must have been younger than Kay.
Mm-hmm.
We were sat at the dinner table, and he was obsessed with pulling the crackers. And he went round to everyone pulling the crackers, and then we let him have all the spare ones. For about 6 in a row, it's like, pull. Oh, what prize did you get? What prize did you get? Oh, I got a golf tee. Wow.
Yeah,
okay,
golf
let's
tees.
pull another one then. What did you get? A golf tee. About 5 in a row.
Yeah. I think I'm going to bin them for just how they've turned.
I would, if they ever stopped doing the fish that says that you're either horny or not horny.
What's that?
Oh, you must know. It's the red plastic fish that you put on your hand, and whatever happens to the fish, you then read the little thing. Is if it curls up at both ends, that means you're frustrated. If it curls up lengthways, it means you want a good smashing.
And that's in a cracker.
That's been in
what
a cracker.
Crackers are you getting?
No, hang on. Do not.
Grandma. Oh, I've got the sex fish again, Grandad.
How have you
it says I'm horny. And then Grandma and Grandad walk their way up.
That's what they were. And it was basically really light plastic, folded up, and when you put it on someone's hand, depending on how warm their hand was, the plastic reacted differently.
You turn up late for the Christmas and you go, where's Grandma and Grandad? Oh, she got the sex fish again out the cracker. Oh, all right.
So it was called a fortune teller fish. Place fish on palm of hand, and his movements will indicate if he's got a moving head, jealousy. If it's a moving tail, independence. Moving head and tail, you're in love. Curling sides, you're fickle. Turns over, you're false. If it's motionless, it's a dead one. And if it curls
You're
up
dead
entirely,
inside.
you're passionate.
You're dead inside.
Oh, that is one way of looking at it, yeah. How have you never had a fortune-telling fish? Sorry, I shouldn't have called
Do
it a
they
sex
have
fish, to be
Viagra in the
honest.
same ones? Go on, get rid of these fucking things.
No, I'm keeping them.
End it. Oh, just
smash the microphone, why don't you?
222 22 22 do a poo 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 22. Catch it, bin it, kill it. The king's speech.
It is the King's speech now. Obviously not the Queen's speech, but the King's speech.
The king's speech.
The King's speech. The King's speech. It's very fucking boring. It's on the BBC.
Really
The King's speech. I quite like doing that. Right, sorry, yeah. Keep it or bin it then, the King's speech.
Historically, we're all quite what's the word? We're all into the monarchy.
You're a royalist, are you?
Royalists, historically, not so much nowadays for me, but I don't dislike it. I don't like it. I don't watch it.
I've never watched it. I never even watched it when they Channel 4 started doing the alternate Christmas speech, and it was The Simpsons. I've never been interested. It's one of those things, it's never had been on in the TV, and I've been busy playing with my toys or whatever I've got for Christmas.
Yeah.
I've got no love for it either way. I generally couldn't give a monkey's what they're saying on it, because really, what effect is it going to have on me? I'm not against the royals, not at all, but other than it being wishing goodwills at all people, what is it actually going to benefit me from listening to it? It's not. I'd rather go and play with the family.
Yeah. I'm not telling them to go away, but I'm not telling them to knock on my door. I'm fine with them either way. I'm more interested in getting Doctor Who on the television.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm interested in.
What about the Christmas alternate speech from the Doctor?
Oh, yeah, I'll be up for that. Which
make...
Doctor?
Oh, well, you'd have to do whichever one's doing the rounds at that point, I guess.
Oh, okay, so we can't pick.
Which one would you pick?
Christopher Eccleston.
Yeah, fair play. He'd call a cunt, and off he'd go. And,
Happy Christmas, motherfucker.
You know what? Yeah, you're right. He would do that. But yeah, the King's Speech. It's gonna. We've binned way too much Christmas.
Are we binning it?
I'm binning
I'm
it
not
because
either way, I don't care if it gets binned or if it gets kept. I'm not watching it, so
that's why I'm going to bin it, because you might get something better on telly then. On telly,
it's only like 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's
Is it
10
even
minutes
10
that you
minutes?
could watch a classic Tom and Jerry Christmas. One of those original kind of beautifully animated ones.
Thomas.
Okay, that might be problematic.
We're gonna get cancelled.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
End it.
Right, we're ending it. Welcome back to day 23 of Advent. Please don't cancel us. Rob, reach into my hole.
Ooh. Oh, wait, we were just talking about this earlier. Die Hard.
Die Hard. Would you hate me if I said bin it?
No.
Well, good, because I'm not going to say bin it anyway, so you're going to hate me if I don't bin it.
What? No. What are you talking about? You're really confusing me. I'm going to hate you.
You know what? You hear about it every bloody year. Die Hard's a Christmas film. Die Hard's not a Christmas film. It's not a Christmas film. It's a film based at Christmas. If you want to make that a Christmas film, Santa should turn up halfway through and start killing half the terrorists, shoving candy canes up through the bottom of their jaw, up the top through their skull, go full on RoboCop gore.
No,
you know?
that's the thing you're not understanding. John McCain is Santa Claus.
God, can you imagine Disney doing that? Every year, John McClane gets fat, grows a beard, and then goes and takes on a terrorist
They'll just
team.
turn it into a multiverse and ruin it.
Yeah, true. Yeah. Poor Brucey.
I'm not getting rid of Die Hard. I've been Die Hard first. I like the movie.
But we're not getting rid of Die Hard. We're getting rid of... Is Die Hard a Christmas film? Is it a film for Christmas, or is it just a film? That's the real question here. Is it a Christmas film? It gets put on at Christmas now because so many people say it is a Christmas film. But my point there is, no, it's a film based at Christmas. That doesn't necessarily make it a Christmas film. Why would you say Gremlins is a Christmas film? Because it's set at Christmas, even though it was released as a summer blockbuster.
Is Small Soldiers at Christmas?
No, that's summer.
Is it?
That's a summer-based film.
Snow in that.
Yeah, it's Kirsten Dunst's brother wants them for his birthday because they see it in the window and he can't sell them. Or he can sell them, but then they all go.
I say it is a Christmas film because I just say it is. But yeah, I guess it's set at Christmas and everyone watches it at Christmas. I don't really care. I don't like.
You can hear the apathy in his voice.
Yeah, like it really makes no difference to me whether it actually is a Christmas one or not. I'm not. Dan is a Christmas jumper. That is a die-hard Christmas jumper that says on it that it's a Christmas movie, and he will die on that hill that it is a Christmas movie. And I would say it is a Christmas movie, but I don't actually care if it is or isn't one.
No, that's fair enough. But my argument, and I'm going to argue a little bit on this, just because we can. But my argument would be, fine, if it's a Christmas film, it means you can't watch it at any other time of the year.
No, I watch Elf all the time.
Yeah, don't tell Gemma this because she's going to...
That's my favourite Christmas movie.
Christmas films get put in the loft with the Christmas stuff.
That's my favourite Christmas movie. Elf. And I haven't been able to watch it yet because T won't watch it.
You know what? I don't even know what my favourite Christmas film is. I'm going to have a think about that before the next our Christmas episode, which came out yesterday. I don't know.
That's going to be interesting.
Oh. So you're choosing to keep it as a Christmas film. I'm going to bin it as a Christmas film, and we'll just let the public choose.
Yeah.
But for me, it's just a film based at Christmas. Watch it throughout the year. Christmas really doesn't matter about it. It could have been a Diwali party going on in the bloody building.
Then it'd be a Diwali film.
And it could have been okay, so you're going to call it a Diwali film,
yeah, why
are
not?
you?
Yeah.
It's not. It's a action
Diwali
film
with a vengeance.
just based at a holiday period.
Yeah.
That's my argument for it. It's just...
Yeah. Diwali with a vengeance. Keep it. Santa is coming tonight to fill my sack.
Christmas Eve, Santa's going to empty his sack for you and your loved ones.
Fill my sack.
What have you pulled out of my room?
Oh, Elf on the fucking shelf. Bin this fucking little shit bastard.
So if you listened to our previous festive episode, which turned out not to be too festive, we talk about Elf on the Shelf, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
And the naughty elf, who's basically a prick.
He's a little twat.
You know, what really bugs me, it should just be a fun thing. And what you're doing with T, actually, I quite like. It's simple. T is happy with him just finding him, reading one of his books. I bet if you put him on the sofa with an Xbox controller on his lap, that would make T laugh.
Let me tell you, so the most complicated one I did was I did a snow angel in flour on the table. He showed the least amount of interest in that than any other one that I have done.
Well, there you go. Yeah, I am inundated at this time of year as well on TikTok with parents just doing horrible things. Cutting up their children's pyjamas while they're sleeping.
I've seen that.
Cutting off bits
hair.
of their hair.
Yeah.
Covering their face in not just makeup, but Sharpie.
I'd hate
That's
to be in
not
that
fun.
house.
That's not fun. That's not funny.
No.
The parent thinks it's funny, hence the reason they're putting it on fucking social media. The kid probably doesn't think it is.
I think that
and that's
we're going to get really in depth. I think that the parents that do that need to
chill the fuck out.
Well, I think that they need to be spoken to by a psychiatrist or, you know,
they're the same parents that will. And don't get me wrong, I don't particularly like pranks. Some pranks can be okay, but these are the same parents who will put on, let's watch a film, and it will be a jump scare right at the beginning on purpose to like a 6-year-old that makes them run out the room screaming and crying, and they're laughing their ass off filming it. Whereas doing that to a teenager, it's fine. It's fine. They can grasp the concepts of it at that point. But these are the same parents that do that first bit to a little child,
traumatise them.
Yeah, and this whole naughty elf thing. Why does it even bloody exist? The elves are meant to be there to help and
bullying as well. The parents are bullying. We're going to get too far away from Christmas. It's bullying your kids. That's the last thing I'd ever want. I want my house to be the safe place for my child to be in.
I think we might be bidding this, by the way.
We're getting rid of the elf on the fucking
everything
shelf.
else. But yeah, Elf on the Shelf deserves to die.
Now,
and like we said in
this
that
is killing
episode,
with fire.
Next year, I love the idea of if we can get 25 really cheap elves on the shelf and just let social media judge how each one of them dies every day, starting on the 30th of November all the way to Christmas Day, and just do like a 10-second clip of it being destroyed in some way.
Yeah.
That I want to do.
Yeah.
I'll even put one through a lawnmower.
Do anything.
I just don't like the idea of them, if they're being used, to be horrible.
Yeah.
The idea of them being sweet and just having a bit of fun with them, now that's different. But when your idea of fun is doing traumatic things like you said, it's killed it for me. So I'm going to bin it. If they disappeared off the face of the earth, because of what I've seen, not because of what we've done to our children, for example, I wouldn't have a problem if they disappeared at all. So yeah, I'm with you, mate. I'm going with bin on that.
And, I hope everybody has a lovely Christmas tomorrow, and that Santa does empty his sack all over your face. Thank you.
Because that's the sort of podcast we are. We care.
That's the Christmas message.
It's Christmas!
Happy Christmas, happy Christmas. I hope you've got something to wipe up all the Santa spunk on your face. Give me that.
No, before we even do that, Merry Christmas, everyone. Thank you very much for listening to this 25 days of us ranting and being absolute lunatics. It's been a fantastic year. We haven't even decided if we're going to have a couple of weeks break over the new year and then restart in January. We will have put that in an episode and told you what's happening, so don't worry about that. At this point, all we've got to say, though, is Merry Christmas. Thank you for all the listens and all the reviews, supporting us through this year. You've actually made this Christmas so much fun by listening to this Advent, because it turned out to be, as much as we may have been 90% of Christmas,
So there's not much Christmas
it has
left.
been so much fun doing this. So we'll look forward to doing something similar next year. And it does lead me to say, Rob, can you reach inside my ring one more time?
Happy Christmas, everybody.
Happy Christmas indeed. What are we bidding today?
Letters to Santa.
Oh,
it's a nice one.
yeah, it's a good one. That probably should have been on the first, when people are actually thinking about
gonna get
it.
there. It's not going to get there. People's like, oh, fuck, I knew I forgot to pick it.
We are the top shit of shows. We really are.
Hey, 98 out of top 100 indie comedy
Yeah,
podcasts.
we're still holding on to that at this point. Letters to Santa, you've got to keep them.
Keeping letters to Santa.
I
Of
did them
course I'm
growing
keeping
up.
it.
Kay's done them throughout growing up. We even started using one of those companies that would write a letter
Yeah, we
reminding
done
them,
that
say,
one.
Santa's looking forward to receiving your letter. I've spoken to my elves and I've heard all about what you've done at school. And then basically you write to the company and you give them 3 things that they've been really good at in the year and some things that have happened in the year. And Santa's first letter then turns up and it's written from Santa and it includes these things you've said. So when the kid's reading, it's like, he knows.
Yeah.
And then you've basically got a 2-week period before the next letter is going to turn up. So if you fuck up and forget to do the Christmas letter, the next letter turns up and it's like, I received your Christmas letter. I think it's real. And you update the site and you say what they've asked for. And I see that you've asked for this, this and this. It's like, oh, wow, they really read it.
Yeah.
And well, we've done that for the past couple of years. And T is getting his first one this year. Not that he understands it, but it's a nice keepsake for him as he gets older.
We've got a keepsake for his first year. It's like a Santa's letter rolled up and it says, it's your first ever Christmas this year. And it's a really nice
Awesome.
like calligraphy kind of written letter. Beautiful thing. And he obviously was less than 1 born in September. So
it's more interested in the box it came in.
Yeah, exactly. Letters from Santa. We're keeping letters from Santa.
Letters from Santa have to be kept because they're just they go hand in hand with you sitting there with the Argos catalogue.
Yeah.
Circle that, circle that, circle that, circle that. Dear Santa, I've been really good. Here's the shit I want.
Happy Christmas, everybody.
Yeah, happy Christmas. And finally, it was something we kept, which is really nice.
Make sure you eat those mince pies. Throw that
Christmas pudding
out the window.
in the bin.
Bin the crackers. Don't watch The King's Speech. Watch Doctor Who. Put Die Hard on the television. Put Elf and Shelf in the loft. And I hope that bacon sandwich was scrumptious.
You can't remember the other 14 days, though,
Of course
can
I
you?
don't. I haven't got them in front of me.
Make sure you finished your Advent, whether you got one of those ones that were really annoying and they ended on the 24th, not the 25th, so you didn't get a final chocolate Christmas
You
morning.
get the big one at the end.
Not always a big one, but it was always disappointing, wasn't it? After open day 24, where's day 25? I want chocolate Christmas morning. Yeah, I know I'm getting some from Santa and from family, but I want my fucking cardboard chocolate.
And that's the Christmas message from The Channel 84. I want my fucking Christmas chocolate. Happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas, everyone. And we will see you very, very soon.